The guest list at Charlie Kirk's memorial had jaws dropping across the country. It wasn't just a gathering of friends and family or even a typical political event. This was a spectacle that drew the eyes of the nation, with people from every walk of life tuning in to see who would show up to pay their respects to one of the most polarizing and influential figures of our time. The anticipation leading up to the event was palpable, with rumors swirling for days about which high-profile names would make an appearance. News outlets speculated endlessly, social media buzzed with predictions, and even those who had never followed Kirk's career found themselves curious about the guest list. The sense of suspense was so thick you could almost feel it in the air as everyone waited to see which unexpected faces would emerge from the crowd. Let's break down the most shocking faces spotted in the crowd. As the cameras panned across the audience, you could see the shock and awe on people's faces. Some guests were expected, but others left everyone whispering and pointing, unable to believe who had actually shown up. The energy in the room was electric, a mix of grief, curiosity, and the undeniable sense that history was being made right there in that stadium. It was as if every person in attendance knew they were witnessing something that would be talked about for years to come. First up, President Donald Trump was front and center, calling Kirk a giant and hugging his widow Erica on stage. The former president's presence was both expected and yet still surreal, given the magnitude of the moment. Trump's speech was a blend of personal anecdotes, political rallying, and heartfelt condolences. He spoke about Kirk's unwavering dedication to his beliefs, his impact on the conservative movement, and the personal friendship they shared. When he embraced Erica Kirk, the entire stadium fell silent, the weight of the moment settling over everyone present. It was a rare display of vulnerability from a man known for his bravado, and it set the tone for the rest of the memorial. The audience, regardless of their political leanings, seemed to recognize the gravity of the occasion. Vice President J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, and even Kirk's mentor, Dr. Frank Turek, all paid their respects, making headlines just by being in the same room. The sight of these influential figures together was enough to send the media into a frenzy. J.D. Vance, the rising star in conservative politics, delivered a moving tribute that highlighted Kirk's role as a mentor and trailblazer for the next generation. Elon Musk, whose relationship with Kirk had been the subject of much speculation, arrived quietly, but was quickly surrounded by cameras and admirers. Dr. Frank Turek, the man who had first inspired Kirk to pursue a life of activism, spoke with a quiet dignity that contrasted with the spectacle around him. Each of these guests brought their own unique energy to the event, and their presence underscored just how far-reaching Kirk's influence had become. The combination of these personalities in one place was something few could have predicted. But it didn't stop there. The guest list read like a who's who of American politics, business, and culture. Senators, governors, tech moguls, media personalities, and celebrities from across the spectrum filled the seats. Some came to honor a friend, others to make a statement, and a few perhaps just to be seen at the event of the year. The sheer diversity of attendees was a testament to Kirk's ability to bring people together, even those who might have disagreed with him in life. The event became a crossroads for people from all backgrounds, united by the impact Kirk had made. The stadium itself was packed, over 90,000 people inside, with thousands turned away and millions more watching online. The lines outside stretched for blocks, with people braving the heat, the cold, or even the rain just for a chance to be part of this historic moment. Inside, the atmosphere was charged with emotion. Giant screens broadcast the proceedings to those in the farthest seats, while a live stream brought the event to viewers around the world. Social media platforms lit up with live reactions as people shared their thoughts, memories, and of course, their opinions about the guest list. It was more than a memorial. It was a global event, a moment that brought together people from every corner of the country and beyond. The sheer scale of participation was a testament to Kirk's reach and the curiosity he inspired. Attendees rocked red, white, and blue, turning the whole event into a patriotic tribute, not just a somber affair. Flags waved, banners hung from the rafters, and the crowd sang along to renditions of "America the Beautiful" and "God Bless the USA." It was a celebration of Kirk's life and legacy, but also a statement about the values he championed. The sea of patriotic colors created a sense of unity, even among those who might have disagreed on the issues. For a few hours at least, the divisions that so often define American life seemed to fade into the background, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and pride. The atmosphere was both festive and respectful, a rare combination at such a high-profile event. And talk about surprise. Elon Musk shaking hands with President Trump? That single moment sent shockwaves through the crowd and across the internet. The two men, who had recently been at odds over policy and public statements, put aside their differences, at least for a moment, in a gesture that was both unexpected and deeply symbolic. Cameras flashed, journalists scrambled to capture the moment, and social media exploded with speculation about what it might mean for the future. Was it a sign of reconciliation, a simple act of respect, or just a photo op for the ages? Whatever the answer, it was a moment that nobody in attendance or watching from afar would soon forget. The handshake became an instant talking point, sparking debates everywhere. That's a photo op nobody saw coming after their recent fallout. The handshake became an instant meme, dissected and debated by pundits and fans alike. Some saw it as a sign of hope, a rare moment of unity in a divided world. Others dismissed it as political theater, a calculated move designed to grab headlines. But whatever your take, there's no denying the impact it had on the mood of the event. For a brief moment, the focus shifted from grief to possibility, from loss to the potential for new alliances and new beginnings. The symbolism of that handshake lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. Erica Kirk, now CEO of Turning Point USA, brought the crowd to tears, forgiving her husband's killer and calling for hope. Her speech was the emotional heart of the memorial, a powerful blend of pain, forgiveness, and resilience. She spoke candidly about her loss, the challenges she faced in the aftermath, and the decision to step into her husband's shoes as the new leader of his movement. But it was her message of forgiveness that truly resonated. In a world so often defined by anger and division, Erica's words were a reminder of the power of grace and the importance of moving forward. The audience listened in rapt silence, many wiping away tears as she spoke. Her courage and compassion left a lasting impression on everyone present. The moment was so moving, even veterans in the crowd were wiping their eyes. These were men and women who had seen the worst the world has to offer, who had faced loss and hardship in their own lives. Yet Erica's words cut through even the toughest exteriors, reminding everyone present of the shared humanity that binds us all. The sight of decorated veterans openly weeping was a testament to the depth of emotion in the room, and a powerful reminder of the impact one person's life and death can have on so many. The emotional resonance of the memorial was undeniable. Of course, not everyone was happy. There were protests, drama on social media, and a lot of chatter about who showed up and who didn't. Outside the stadium, groups of protesters gathered, holding signs and chanting slogans. Some objected to Kirk's legacy, others to the presence of certain guests. The scene was tense at times, with police keeping a watchful eye to ensure things didn't get out of hand. Meanwhile, inside, the conversation continued online, as people debated the meaning of the event, the significance of the guest list, and the future of the movement Kirk had built. The memorial became a flashpoint for larger conversations about politics, culture, and the direction of the country. The controversy only added to the event's significance. As the memorial drew to a close, the crowd lingered, reluctant to leave the stadium where so much history had just unfolded. People whispered to each other, sharing their thoughts and reactions, trying to process everything they had just witnessed. Some were inspired, others unsettled, but all were changed in some way by the experience. The conversations continued long after the lights went down, as attendees made their way home, replaying the day's events in their minds and wondering what would come next. The sense of having witnessed a turning point was almost universal. So, which guest shocked you the most? Was it the political heavyweights, the tech titans, or the unexpected celebrities who stole the show? Maybe it was the moments of unity, the gestures of forgiveness, or the outpouring of emotion from people you never expected to see moved. Whatever it was, this memorial was more than just a farewell. It was a statement, a turning point, and a glimpse into the future of American public life. The impact of this event will be felt for a long time to come. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more wild updates. We want to hear your reactions, your theories, and your predictions about what comes next. This story is far from over, and we'll be here to bring you every twist and turn as it unfolds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join the conversation below.